All of the CDs that I pulled out of this Gaylord. All that's left are some kids' DVDs. So we're talking about 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, 10 stacks of roughly 75 to 80, maybe more. So we're talking around, and then we got that little stack there of a dozen or 20 or so. So probably around 800 CDs, maybe a little bit less. But this stack here, not that one, this one here, are ones without barcodes. So easily 800. So that's good. I pulled a little bit more out of the other one, the first Gaylord I went through. But this is still awesome. And I just have to go through and scan them and see which ones are good for FBA. If it's around 15%, then I should get over 100. I should get 120, 130, hopefully more, to go to FBA. These are all, most of them here are TV programs that I pulled out that I'm going to sell on eBay. And this tall stack I still have to go through. I'm going to send some of them to Declutter. The one shipment that I've sent, or that I'm about to send, prepare and send to Declutter from this Gaylord is, they're quoting me, well, it was actually $157, but they have this deal going on where they give you 15% kind of a bonus on top. So that ends today, so a promotion. So it's going to be $180, which is almost what I paid for this. Paid $200 for it. Of course, they won't pay me $180 because they won't accept some of them, some of the DVDs, but for various reasons. But let's just say 160, 165. I'll send another shipment out of these DVDs and then some CDs, and I should be able to break even, and so that the rest of the stuff that I sell on Amazon and on eBay will all be profit. Also, I just got another load, so I'm finishing up that one. I got 2 more Gaylords here of CDs and DVDs, and then I got this one of books. So books are going to be a little more difficult to deal with in terms of the ones that are not good for FBA, which is going to be a high percentage. So I'm going to have to do lots on eBay or try to sell locally.
Get your frame took money. I got money.
I had 5 eBay sales on the 4th of July. This is my 3rd month doing eBay. And I believe that was the most sales, actually I know for certain that was the most sales I've had in one day. Was it dumb luck? Was it the holiday? Was it something else that I'm not aware of? Again, I'm new to selling on eBay. I have sold over 30 items, probably closer to 35, approaching 40 items at this point. So I'm really new at it. You out there who have sold hundreds, if not thousands of items on eBay, I'm curious to know what you think about this situation. I assume it has to do with the holiday, the 4th of July, that many people were home or taking a vacation or relaxing and decided to just buy some stuff. I don't know. If you sell on eBay, did you have a bump in sales? Regardless, whatever it is, it happened. So I haven't had a sale since then, and now it's 2 days later. So I'm not sure what to make of it. The things that I sold were the following. I sold a VHS lot of about a dozen tapes. I believe I sold it for $8 or $9. I also sold a book from the 1950s. It was a big book, like a time book or something from the 50s. It actually sat up there. I put it up there a couple of times. I tried an auction, that didn't work. I tried auction a couple times, and then I just put it up there for 30 days to sell, and it finally sold. It was only like $4 or $5, something like that, but nonetheless, it was a book that I found in a Gaylord, and I wasn't going to send it into Amazon, but I made a couple bucks off of it. They paid the shipping, so just had to spend the time to take the photos, list it, relist it, and then to package it and send it out. I'm learning that there's things that sell on eBay that do not necessarily sell well on Amazon. I sold a individual VHS tape, which actually was a Barney's tape, and that was around 10 bucks. I sold software, Avid software, or Pro Tools, which is an audio or audio software, I believe. It's more of a high-end software. When I found it in a Gaylord, I knew what Pro Tools was. I'd heard of it in Avid, but I looked it up and I saw a lot of them selling for anywhere between $65, $70 all the way up to $100. I saw ones that had sold for $90, $70, $90, close to $100. So I listed mine pretty high, about $90, and then I gradually brought it down. I brought it down to, I believe, $69, and then someone offered me 50 bucks, so I took it, was happy with that sale, because this was, again, something I found in a Gaylord. So it was basically cost next to nothing. I gave them free shipping, which was hardly anything. It was like less than $3. I think it was like $2.70, $2.60, minus what eBay is going to get, their 10%. So we're talking about, had to pay about $8, so made about $42 off of something that cost next to nothing. So that was an awesome sale. And that one hadn't sat up for that long. I believe it hadn't sold quicker because I had the price a little bit too high, but I was just going to see if anyone was gonna buy it for 90 bucks, but still happy with $50 sale. And the last sale I had, which kind of blew my mind, but before I put it up there, I had done some research on eBay, is I sold a lot of 8-track tapes. That's right, 8 tracks. They actually sell every single day. If you go on there and look for 8 tracks that have sold, lots of 8 tracks are selling every day on eBay. I don't know why, but people want them. There is some level of demand, and people are buying them. I have another lot that's still up there of 8 tracks. Maybe I'll have to lower the price a little bit. But the one that I sold actually were 8 tracks that had been recorded on. So I guess they had been blanks or whatever. A few of them were not. They just recorded over. But even so, somebody wanted them. And I was glad to get rid of them, because I was glad to make money off of them, because I thought when I found them in the Gaylord that I would just have to throw them out and I couldn't do anything with them. But I just took a look on eBay and was shocked by what I found. So basically, it seems like every type of media sells on eBay. You know for sure that VHS tapes sell. Of course, vinyl sells really well. Of course, CDs sell, and you know, DVDs and whatnot. But also 8 tracks. And even I sold, not on 4th of July, but a week or so back, I sold a lot of almost 100 audio cassette tapes. And again, this was another thing that I found in Gaylord, and I thought I was going to have to get rid of, or maybe just try to sell local, or, you know, wasn't sure if I could make any money off of it.
I got money.
So I sold that as well, which makes a little more sense to me than the 8 tracks, because where do you find 8-track players? But I guess people buy them on eBay, or they still have their original 8-track player. But regardless, I'm finding that I can sell basically anything on eBay. But this brings me to my current concern with selling on eBay are DVD lots. So far in my experience, as I go through the DVDs and I find ones that are worth more money on Amazon, I look them up on eBay, and usually they're good to sell on eBay. These are mostly one-offs, they're just one DVD or box set or something like that, but I've done well with individual titles, which makes sense to me because people search for that particular DVD or that specific title. I sold a Tarzan box set the Tarzan movies were from the 40s, because someone looked up that particular type of Tarzan from that era and that box set and that sort of thing. So it makes sense that they would go to eBay and search for that, and my offer would pop up along with anyone else that had an offer, any other sellers. But my concern is with selling DVD lots, because I have in one Gaylord I have hundreds of DVDs, probably like 500. Actually, probably more than 500, more like 700 or something like that. I don't know exactly, but many hundreds of DVDs in one Gaylord. I can't sell them on Amazon, and I know the valuable individual titles I will sell on eBay, and those seem to do well. But the lots, lotting them up by kids' DVDs or horror. I sold one horror lot, horror or comedy or romantic comedy or things like that. How do you suggest, for anybody out there that's selling lots, DVD lots, how do you suggest that I sell them? Should I have one up there for sale right now that's almost 40, just under 40 DVDs for a particular niche, and I've only gotten half a dozen views. And granted, I've only had it up there for like 3 days, so I understand I'm probably being impatient and I should be waiting a couple weeks, but I'm just wondering if there's a good way to go about it. I understand with like TV series, for instance, I sold Heroes. Remember that TV show Heroes from the mid-2000s? Came out about 10 years ago, roughly, a little longer. And they had 4 seasons, so I came across in one Gaylord all of the seasons, so I put them together, listed it. It sat for a little bit, but then ended up selling. So I feel pretty confident that all the TV series that I have, I can put those together and take photos and list them, and those will probably sell pretty well. But I'm wondering about the other stuff, the movies, the kids shows. I know people say that kids shows do really well, and when I look it up for sold items, I see a lot of lots that have sold, but I'm wondering if there's something that I can do. So for instance, should I do 30-day sales or should I do 7-day auctions? And if so, should I price pretty low, price a little higher? Like for instance, if there's 30, 40, 50 titles in a lot because they're all the same, if they're live action or if they're cartoons or if they're all romantic comedies, should I list it pretty low, like start the bidding at $10 and just hope that it goes up? Take the the risk that I'm selling 40 DVDs potentially for only $10. Of course they're going to pay the shipping, but still not make much money off of all of those DVDs. And I had to take pictures of them and take a look at them to make sure that the discs aren't destroyed. So it takes time. Let me know what your thoughts are on selling DVD lots. I see some people, they list, they say, oh, we'll buy one title for $1.50, $2, and choose from all of the titles we have available. And then within the offers page, they have a little drop-down menu and they list all the titles. I don't know how to do that, but does that make sense? Is that something you recommend? So just, let me know, you guys out there that sell lots, even if you don't sell DVD lots, maybe you sell CDs, maybe you sell other media, maybe vinyl, maybe other types of products in lots. I'd be curious to know what your suggestions are and what the best route is to go about putting those together. Is it just a matter of putting a lot of them up there? Because I have about a dozen now that I still have to, I've taken the photos and all of that and checked the discs, but I still have to upload, I still have to put the offers together on eBay and list them. I just listed like a half a dozen a couple of days ago of DVD lots, but I haven't gotten too many views on any of those. I seem to get more views on VHS tapes than on DVDs, lots anyway. So let me know what your thoughts are, what your experience is. Leave a comment below, please. I'll respond. We can interact that way, and you can potentially help me out here to guide me in the right direction, because I want this eBay thing to work. It's doing well so far for individual stuff, but I want to be able to do the lot thing pretty well because I have a lot of bulk to move. I have a lot of DVDs to move, basically. Let me know, all you eBay people, and as always, remember, keep booking.